Vince Gilligan's Pluribus has exploded onto Rotten Tomatoes with a 100% positive rating from critics. Pluribus' good reviews cite the show's acting and the premise as its strengths, and Breaking Bad actor Bob Odenkirk has described Pluribus as the next Severance. This is high praise, as Severance is hailed as a sci-fi masterpiece. Only 2 episodes of Pluribus have aired so far, and the show is already making an impression, with Rhea Seehorn, Better Call Saul, starring as a miserable woman who has not been affected by a virus that makes virtually everybody on Earth happy. That said, Pluribus runs the risk of following a Gilligan pattern, and it must avoid doing so. Vince Gilligan has a history of destroying secondary characters. The saying goes that 3 times is a pattern, and the main characters of Vince Gilligan's shows have something in common. All 3 protagonists of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and Pluribus are desperately unhappy while trying to pretend that this is not the case, and looking for a way out of the life that they are living. Pluribus Carol is extremely successful, but she has no pride in her work. This pattern might be easily overlooked, as happy protagonists do not always make the most interesting subjects for crime and dystopian TV shows like these. However, Gilligan started another pattern with the secondary characters in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Both Jesse Pinkman and Kim Wexler became indispensable fan-favorite characters who were totally destroyed by the main anti-hero. By the end of Breaking Bad, Jesse had lost all the humor that defined his character in the earlier seasons, and the iconic shot of him driving away is one of the most harrowing images in the show. Kim spent most of Better Call Saul as Jimmy's equal. Seeing her unable to make even the smallest decision at the end of Better Call Saul is arguably a more tragic fate than Jimmy's. Why Pluribus shouldn't follow Vince Gilligan's pattern with Zosia? Pluribus' second episode introduced a potential villain in Zosia, who is the bridge between Carol and the hive mind that is trying to cure her with kindness. While it is not yet clear whether Zosia will become an antagonist, she appears to be shaping up to be a great secondary character, with a little more agency than the rest of the hive mind. Based on the fates of Jesse and Kim, it is a reasonable assumption that Zosia will become a beloved Pluribus character who is destroyed. However, this should not happen. Vince Gilligan has delivered 2 masterpieces in both writing and character development, but following a pattern like this risks his work becoming predictable, and this would be a terrible waste of a phenomenal creator.